Here is your daily news wrap. These are the stories that mattered today. A low-budget Chinese animated film called Niu Lai has climbed box office charts once dominated by Hollywood titles. The film, dismissed by early critics as one of the worst animated releases of the year, is now pulling audiences away from The Odyssey and Spider-Man at cinemas. Its rise has surprised distributors who expected it to fade within days of release. Analysts now point to word-of-mouth viewing among younger Chinese audiences as the reason ticket sales have kept climbing instead of dropping. Soha Ali Khan has said protein intake is essential for women's health and that many Indian diets fall short of it. She pointed to traditional meals built around rice and wheat, which carry far less protein than the body needs daily. Her comments echo a wider concern among nutritionists that Indian women, in particular, are commonly under their required protein intake. She has urged more attention to including dals, eggs, and dairy through the day rather than relying on one large meal. The United Arab Emirates has suspended all trade with Iran following claims that missiles were launched toward its territory. Tehran has denied firing any missiles at the UAE, calling the claim baseless. The suspension covers commercial shipments between the two countries, a trade relationship worth billions of dollars annually. The move signals a sharp deterioration in Gulf ties with Iran, coming amid heightened tension across the wider region. Kimi Antonelli now leads the Formula One Drivers' Championship at the age of 19. His father has said Antonelli was already a natural behind the wheel by age 3. He has risen through karting and junior formulas to reach the top of the grid faster than most of his rivals. His current position puts him ahead of drivers with years more experience in the sport, marking one of the youngest championship leads in Formula One history. Kia has confirmed hybrid versions of the Sonet and Carens Clavis for the Indian market by 2029. Kia President and Chief Executive Ho Sung Song announced the plan at the company's 2026 CEO Investor Day, alongside a locally developed electric B-segment SUV. The next-generation Sonet will move to the K1 platform shared with the Venue and Syros, while the Carens Clavis hybrid is expected to borrow its setup from the upcoming Seltos hybrid. Kia also confirmed the Carnival hybrid will launch this year, as it works toward 8 electrified models among 10 by 2030. IndiGo's online booking and check-in systems ran into a technical snag today, leaving customers unable to complete transactions on the website and app. The airline has said flight operations remain normal despite the disruption. Passengers took to social media reporting failed payments and check-in errors during the outage window. IndiGo has not given a cause for the glitch, but says its technical teams are working to restore full functionality. Actress Hayden Panettiere has died in Nashville at the age of 36. Her death occurred on Sunday and is now under investigation following signs of an apparent overdose. Panettiere was widely known for her role in the television series Heroes, which ran in the late 2000s. Authorities have not released a final cause of death, and toxicology results are expected in the coming weeks. Urdu newspapers have devoted editorials this week to the recent BJP organizational rejig, framing it as a response to unrest among younger voters. Several commentators have asked whether Gen Z protesters can be dismissed as, in their words, damagi naxals, or ideologically confused radicals. The debate has divided opinion pages, with some writers defending the party's changes and others questioning whether they address the actual grievances driving protests. The coverage reflects a wider argument in Urdu media over how political parties are reading youth discontent. Meta has rejected claims that it deliberately designed Facebook and Instagram features to hook children into prolonged use. The allegations surfaced in internal document disclosures now being examined by regulators and lawmakers. Meta says its design choices were aimed at improving user experience broadly, not at targeting younger users specifically. The company faces continuing scrutiny over child safety policies as several jurisdictions weigh tighter rules on social media platforms and minors. Kangana Ranaut has responded sharply to Baba Ramdev amid the ongoing Jen Gutter controversy, telling him not to, in her words, daydream about her bedroom. Her remark came after Ramdev made comments referencing her personal life during the row. The exchange has escalated a public dispute between the actor and the yoga guru that began over Ramdev's remarks on entertainment content. Ranaut has continued to defend her position publicly, rejecting what she calls unwarranted personal commentary. Designers are offering 9 practical tips for building a home office that stays comfortable through long working hours. The suggestions include layering soft lighting, choosing an ergonomic chair, and keeping the desk near natural light for better focus. Storage solutions and a defined color palette are recommended to keep the space calm rather than cluttered. The advice comes as more professionals continue hybrid work arrangements and look to make home workspaces both functional and inviting. United States naval patrols have intensified through the Strait of Hormuz, raising questions over whether Iran is losing its grip on the narrow waterway. The strait carries a significant share of the world's seaborne oil trade, making any shift in control there closely watched by global markets. Iranian vessels have continued operating in the area despite the increased American presence. The heightened patrols follow weeks of rising tension in the Gulf, with regional shipping companies now monitoring the situation for possible disruption. Subscribe to Trending.ai for the day's headlines every evening.